Hello and welcome. This is our Fit Essentials intermediate level class. My name is Shauna. We're wearing our bands this morning if you have them, and we are starting with air in. So if you're on the recording, go ahead and hit pause, add your air, and then when you're ready, go ahead and join me down on the floor. I've got Moose here as well. And also this is a little spider plant if anyone's wondering what's in the scene. A little extra oxygen today. So coming down to hands and knees. We're going to start with some stretching for the forearms. As you come to hands and knees, draw your stomach in so you don't overarch that spine and rotate the palms down, fingers pointing in towards you. Fantastic. And then just ever so gently lean back lightly. Get a nice stretch for those forearms. We're going to be doing some donkey kicks today. And quite a bit of work on our hands. So you want to have a good stretch for the forearms. You can rock your body side to side here. Very good. Then go ahead and turn the hands so the fingers are facing in towards one another. Kind of interlace the fingers. And now once again, we'll rotate through 2 to 3 times each direction. And then when you're ready, rotate the other way. Just to tune into your breath as you're moving. Fantastic. If you're comfortable to sit back on your ankles, so soles of the feet up towards the sky, just gently sitting back, get a nice stretch for the ankles. And now we'll do our inverted prayer. Back of the hands together, draw the shoulders down as you draw those elbows down. So just like this. Close the eyes and breathe 3 times, in through the nose and out through the nose if you're comfortable to do so. And when you finish, just gently shake out the hands. Fantastic. All right. So we're going to make our way to hands and knees. Nice wide handprint, stomach nice and neutral. We're going to jump right into our donkey kicks, not fire hydrants. So as you come to hands and knees, the wider your handprint, the more support you give for those wrists. So spread those hands nice and wide. Check in with your mid body. Make sure we're not arching that lower spine. Draw the stomach in, everything nice and neutral. And then when you're ready, let's start with your left leg. We're going to simply extend through the hip. Bottom of the sole of the foot pushes up towards the ceiling. And the big key here is to hold that midline nice and neutral to make sure you're not overarching the spine. Good. And then this is intended to activate the glute. So try to squeeze the glute tissue. You'll also work your hamstring a bit here. Once you know the motion, turn your gaze so that you're looking right between the hands. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Just a moment off the hands. We're going to come to that other leg here in about 8 seconds. Very nice. Wide handprint. Coming back down and now making your way to your right leg. 2, 1, when you're ready. Soft extension. Excellent. There you go. Looks good, Diane. Excellent, Sharon. Doing better at holding that midline nice and neutral. Halfway through. Nice and strong through your arms. So keep the arms nice and straight without overextending the elbows. If you're hypermobile through your elbows, keep a little give there. Couple more times. And when you're ready, we're going to take it into a child stretch next. Bring your big toes together, walk your knees out, walk your hands straight out as much as you can, and then lower your chest to the floor. Breathing into the back of your body and sides of your body. Fantastic. When you're ready, we're going to make your way onto your back. So we're going to roll it over and we're going to be doing a minute of glute bridges next. So as you come onto your back, draw your shoulders underneath your body. Feet flat on the ground, arms to the side. And then whenever you're ready to begin, just nice and gentle here. Raise the hips up, control the hips down. As I mentioned, we're going to be working for a minute, so it's a great time to kind of use it to warm up that lower spine. I'm just kind of seeing how everybody's looking here. So lying back, very nice. And you want to avoid any kind of pinching sensation in the front of the hips or in the low back. Just move through a range that works for your body. Great job. Just over halfway. You can add a little pause in the top. Control down and raise up. Try to have some awareness of your foot. So sometimes we'll lift the toes up. See if you can push your big toe into the floor. And oftentimes the other four will follow what the big toe is doing. Good. Let's go one more time. Lift them up. Hold for about a 3 count here. Squeeze the back of the body. 2, 1, and everybody rest. Fantastic. Go ahead and hug the legs in towards the chest. Give a little rock side to side. And then we're going to go back to the top with our my goodness, donkey kicks for one more round. Fire hydrants are on the brain. All right, we're going to get started on round 2 in 20 seconds. 2 of 2. All right. So spread as far as you can from your little finger to your thumb, placing the hands just underneath the shoulders, starting with your left leg in 3, 2, 1, back to your donkey kicks, up and down. Good. Breathing out as you drive up, breathing in as you lower down. Nice. Take note of your head and neck position. Sometimes we start to lose that head and chest forward. So draw that chin back and in. Engage some of the muscles of the front of the neck. Good. Super. We're going to take it just a little bit longer this time. 10 more seconds. Breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you drive up. Nice and level through your pelvis and hips. Last one. And pause. Good job. We'll take 15 seconds. Shake out those hands. We'll get ready for our second leg. Nice. Back to the hands. Starting in 7 seconds. Square the hips and knees. Shoulders right underneath, or hands right underneath the shoulders. And 2, 1, onto your right leg. You should know the motion by now. So center the head. Look right between the hands. Most common tendency is to arch the spine as you raise the hips. So practice that neutral spine. You're all looking good. Excellent. We're going to go another 15 seconds. Keep breathing now. It's a good exercise. You might feel good to breathe in and out the nose. 2 more. Up, down, and rest. Fantastic. We're going to take it back to the child stretch. This time, turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Knees divide, little fingers come together, palms are up, and then rocking it back from there. Bowing the head down. Breathe 3 times, sending the air wide into the side of the body. Fantastic. When you're ready, go ahead and turn her around. We'll make our way onto the back for our second round of the bridge work. All right, got some deadlifts coming up in our next circuit. So we're really getting our midline and core nice and activated. So we have good position for those deadlifts. Arms down at the side, shoulders tucked under you. Whenever you get there, you can go ahead and begin. Feel free if you want to close the eyes. Tune into your body. Keeping the knees driving out wide. And then it really requires your intention, because it's not always very hard to lift the hips up. But if you give a little bit more intention on each rep, you can wake up a bit more of those muscle fibers in your hamstrings and your glutes. Try to wake up some of those deeper fibers. Get them to contract. Still avoiding any kind of pinching sensation in the low back. Stay a little bit lower. Sometimes we feel it in the front of the hips as well. Good. 10 seconds, friends. Draw the chin in gently as the hips rise up. Get a little stretch for the back of the neck. And when you're ready, go ahead and release. Fantastic. You can either repeat that double knee to chest, or if you feel good to go deeper, we'll go into our 2-knee twist. For the 2-knee twist, I like to bring the arms wide like I'm a scarecrow lying on my back. And then both legs come to one side. As I turn the head, look over the other shoulder. And then your choice on how deep you want to go into that twist. When you're ready, gently sweep your legs across to the opposite side, turning your head the other way. Fantastic. And then once again, back to your first side. And make sure you even yourself out. Wonderful. Once you get even on that 2-knee twist or double knee to chest, roll it back over. We're going to make our way into down dog to come up to standing. Back to that nice wide handprint. As you come into down dog, you're going to lift the hips up and start with, I like to call them our down dog pulses, just gently pulsing our heart to the thighs, rocking forward onto the hands, starting to get a stretch in the back of the legs, lowering those heels towards the floor. Good. Breathe in as you rock forward. Breathe out as you rock back. Draw that chin towards the chest. And again, you're just trying to think about heart towards those thighs. Fantastic. And then when you're ready, start to pedal out those heels. Start to isolate the calves a bit more. Get some good length there. Super. All right, and then we'll slowly walk the feet towards the hands, hands towards the feet. As much as you're comfortable coming out of that forward fold, just take your time and make your way back, or not back, but make your way all the way up to standing. Let's readjust the screen here. Ahead in the screen. All right, everybody. And then once you make it to standing, let's start to move into our tree branch arms, get some rotation through the spine. Good. Rotating that head and neck as well. Stellar. All right, behind the back stretch next. Nice wide footprint. So widen those feet outside the hips. Ribs down, stomach in, extend the arms, and then practice that long spine position, sending those hips back, bowing the chest down. Draw the chin in, let the head be just a little bit heavy as you breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. On that next inhale, push through your legs and make your way on up. Super. All right. So we have 3 movements here. We're going to be working our deadlift, hinging pattern, picking our weight up off the ground. If you want to work a good morning instead, you can. Then I'm going to be going to the chair for some push-ups. Feel free to grab a drink as I'm just talking through this. Ideally, you want to use a surface. You can come all the way down and up. A countertop works great. The back of a couch works well also. Or those of you that can go all the way down and up off your toes, you're welcome to take it to the floor. All right, we're going to start with our deadlifts in about 20 seconds. We're going to be working for 40 seconds, have about 10 to 20 seconds to transition movements. Go ahead and bring a dumbbell or a kettlebell over. You're going to set it right between the feet. And then the key here, no overarching that spine. So rock the hips back, everything nice and neutral. From here, long spine, bowing down, go ahead and grab on, and then when you're ready, push to the feet, squeeze the back of the body. Good. Controlling down, smooth the stand. Fantastic. And all the way up. Nice. Amy, when you're holding the dumbbells like that, maybe just go to mid-shin because you end up kind of over, there you go, a little bit better. Nice. So if you're holding the dumbbells kind of parallel to the ground, sometimes we don't want to go all the way down. There you go, nice. It's very common when people are deadlifting with barbells, they're going to be lifted up off the ground. My kettlebell's got some space here. Good. Chin in, looking down, squeeze the glutes and stand. Strong, Kathy. Sherry, make sure those knees don't shoot forward, pushing the hips back. There you go, Diane. Nice bowing forward. And last one, friends, control it down and rest. Excellent. Shake it out and make your way to your push-up station. Now, if push-ups are tough for you, I encourage you hold the top of a plank, or if you get to where you don't feel like you have another one and we still have more to go, then just hold the top of the plank and rest. Otherwise, everyone together in 2, 1, here we go. Elbows draw in. Sometimes we tend to wing them out wide. Protect those shoulders. Excellent. And make sure those hips don't drop down. So lead with your heart once again, lowering your heart towards your surface, and then strong push away. Yep. Once you know that motion, try to have that head nice and neutral, looking right between the hands. Good. 10 seconds left. Strong work. There you go, Diane. Down and up. 2, 1, and shake it out. Solid. All right. Side step or step overs next. So make sure you have some space here. And then you can do a couple of things. You can kind of warm it up a little bit with some side to side arm swings. Get comfortable with that lateral step. And then as you feel comfortable, you can circle the arms and step up and over with the feet. Up and over. Good. And this requires some balance. So think about trying to push that big toe down on the side that's supporting your body. Wonderful. Good opening through the arms. Great time to smile lightly. Solid. All right, friends, almost there. Over and back. Lifting up for your midline, holding strong. And 2, 1, and everybody rest. Nice job. Let's grab a drink. We're going to take 30 seconds, and then we'll be back for round 2. We're going to be doing 3 rounds of this circuit today. Now for the second round, I'm going to hold dumbbells in each side. One is 20 pounds, one is 15. So on the next round, I'm going to switch which hand is using which. If you can hold 2 weights to give yourself a little bit heavier load, then that's what I recommend. All right, stand tall, draw that stomach in, and when you're ready, long spine, chin in. Good. Breathing in as you lower down, breathing out as you stand tall, pushing to the floor. Squeeze the shoulders back. Think about how you want your posture to look in 5 years, 10 years, ideally 20 years from now, standing all the way up at the top without leaning back. Good. Very nice. 1 or 2 more. If you're holding uneven weights, just take note of which hand's holding which, control it down, and then head to your push-up station. Nice job. I'm gonna spin my chair around so I can turn my head the other way. Walk the feet back. When you get there, go ahead and begin. 40 seconds starts now. Ideally, you want to have that full range of motion, meaning bringing your chest all the way down. If you don't quite feel ready for that full range, that's not a problem. Go as far as you're confident, but then just make sure that you don't progress the movement until you do build that strength, meaning I wouldn't want to go lower towards the floor until I'm strong and confident through that full range of motion. Almost there. 5 more seconds. Breathing in on the down, breathing out as you push through. And rest. Super. Alrighty. Make sure you have a nice clear floor space. And we're back to our step overs. If anybody wants to, we'll give some options for some jumping on the next round, but let's keep the step over going right now. There you go. 30 seconds. Feel that foot activate into the floor. Gripping the toes down lightly. Feel the arch lift up. That's what gives you your stability through the arch of the foot, which impacts all the way up the chain, ankle, knee, hip, and so on. Good job. Almost there. And 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. That's our 20-minute mark into the session. So go ahead and release your air if you're wearing the bands. or you're welcome to take them off. Give a little longer transition. We'll start here in 20 seconds. Feel free to grab a drink, and then we're going to be on our last round of the deadlifts. So either switching arms if you were using uneven weights, or if you have a heavier weight that you feel comfortable to use in this last round, now's the time to go grab that heavier weight. All right, friends. Neutral pelvis, 2, 1, and begin. Same mechanics. You're going to move a little bit faster you can. Just make sure we're not overarching at the top. Just stack the shoulders right over the hips. Fantastic. Good job. Nice, Diane. Pulling those shoulders back. Looking smooth, Amy. Very nice, Sharon. Yeah, Cappy. Looks like you add a little bit more weight to your arsenal. Woo! 10 seconds, everyone. Keep that focus. Still supporting your spine with that core. 2, 1, and rest. Use what you just practiced to set it down. Hips back, long spine. Super. All right, final round of push-ups. Nice wide handprint coming into position. When you get there, go ahead and begin. Same thing we talked about with those donkey kicks. Sometimes the head starts to protrude forward. So check in with your head and neck. Keep that chin drawn in, leading with the heart. So chest comes forward as the elbows come back towards the sides of the body. Excellent. Now try to keep some awareness on the lower body as well, drawing your quads up and away from the knees, squeezing your tush. Keep that lower body engaged. Good, friends, 10 seconds now. If you hit that break point, hold the plank. Strong group here. And everybody rest. Woo! All right. Nice job. So you're welcome to continue with the step overs. If you want a little bit of some variation, a little bit more bounce in your step, you can either hop straight up and down, or you can turn into a little bit of some lateral rebounding. If you don't feel like you're up for hopping today, you're welcome to stick with those step overs. Some light rebounding is really good for our lymphatic system. Helps kind of shake up our body, gets those toxins moving out of our system. Good job. If you want an extra challenge, those of you hop and raise those arms up to overhead. I call this our celebration hop. Wonderful. Or back down to that side to side. 10 seconds left. Stretch breaks coming. There you go. 3, 2, 1, and take it off. Great job. Walk it out. Let's grab a drink. If you're short on time or energy today, you could use this next piece of the stretching as your cool down stretch. Otherwise, hang in. We've got one more circuit to go. All right. I'm going to bring you down to a kneeling position. If you need a pillow underneath your knee, or if you want to fold your yoga mat over, go ahead and do that. Let's bring the left knee down, right foot forward, keeping the feet hip width apart. Basically the bottom of a lunge. Good. From here, keeping that front foot forward, we're going to shift the hip forward, and then the leg that's down, you're going to raise that arm straight up in the air. Squeeze that tush. We're looking to lengthen this whole body. Bring the other arm up to grab the wrist, and now I want you to rotate towards your front thigh. If you all are the opposite of me right now, so you'll rotate away from me if you're watching. Good. Lower the arms down for a moment, shake it out. We're going to go one more time on this side with a tricep stretch. So again, same side, arm up, ribs in, bending that elbow, and it's really common to kind of lose the head forward. So fight for that chin to stay in, eyes to stay up. And now I'll add the tricep stretch. So I'm still giving a little shift of the hips, looking to lengthen through the hip flexor. And now you can add the side bend if you'd like, bending towards your front leg. Good. Breathing in, coming out of that stretch, shifting into those hips, and then a gentle rotation or a side bend. Good. One more time. Forward, bend to the side if you'd like. Glance up past the elbow, up towards the ceiling or sky. And release. Beautiful. Let's come off that side. Same thing on the second side. Just switch it up. Coming down. It's common here to have this foot forward and then the knee shoots forward. So inch that foot far enough out that you can have that shin stay vertical. Hips forward. Fire this glute. The knee that's down, start with that arm, raising it up. Excellent. Reach around, grab the wrist as you rotate first, turning towards your left leg, assuming it's your left forward. Breathe a couple of times here. Good. Lower the arms for a moment, shake it out, and then we'll add the tricep stretch. So raise the same side, but the knees down, bending the elbow, head and chin tucked in, pulling the elbow back. This is a hard position, just stay here. If you can go deeper, bending away. So we add that side body stretch, coming in and out of it a few times. Trying to squeeze the glute of that downside knee. Excellent. And then if you want a little bit deeper, rotating, glancing up past that elbow. It's a tough one. And shake it out. Wonderful. All right, friends, let's take it back up to standing. Let's grab a drink, and then we're going to warm up some squatting. All right. We're going to go 3 rounds of this next circuit. Squatting first. We're going to go unweighted for the first set. Go ahead and set the feet right about hip width apart. One foot pointing towards where the 11 o'clock dial would be, the other one towards the 1 o'clock. And then when you're ready, we're going to start to move into these squats, sinking back, squeeze the glutes and standing tall. So our first round, I'll kind of talk you through everything. Second round, you can either add weight or get a little bit faster. And we're working for 30 seconds on this set. Ensuring those heels are planted, chest staying tall. When we're not using weights, I like to reach the arms up and forward. That's going to help invite your chest to stay tall. Wonderful. Last one. And switch. Good job. We've got dips coming up next. If anyone doesn't want to dip, I'm going to show you from standing. From kneeling, you can do an overhead tricep extension from standing. Otherwise, with the dip, you're going to use the chair, draw your shoulders back, and then down. So you have a nice broad chest, starting with the knees bent. Similar to the push-ups, draw the elbows back and in, but now you're going to lower down. Really key to keep the shoulders out of the ears. So when you're ready, if you haven't started already, go ahead and begin. If you want to add a little challenge and slow down the number of dips you're doing, you can add that hip bridge at the top. But the real key is to lift through the chest. Depress your shoulders back and down. And as always, make sure you're breathing. And 2, 1, transition. Fantastic. All right, you can either sit down for a seated row with a band, or if you're up for a little bit more bending over, you can use a band, or you can hold a weight here, coming into a bent over row. So either sitting with the band straight out and rowing it in, or join me here on the bent over row. 2, 1, when you're ready. So it looks just like this. Nice. Very good. And then those of you that are seated, it looks just like this. Good job. Especially those of you that are bent over, make sure you stay strong through the belly. Breathing in as you reach forward, breathing out as you squeeze those elbows back behind. So really engaging that mid back. 10 seconds left. Good job. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Wonderful. Mountain climbers, and then the burpee. So you're welcome to go to the floor. Those of you that are comfortable with the floor, I'll show you elevated on round one. So the top of a push-up, midline nice and strong. And then when you're ready, you're looking to keep your hips stable, meaning don't let them rock around. And we're drawing the knee up towards the same side elbow for this first set. See if you can time the knee drive with your exhale. Keep those arms nice and strong. Good job. We're going to go 30 seconds here, and then we're going to go directly into 30 seconds of a burpee from the top of the push-up, not all the way to the floor unless you want to. Good job. When you're ready, moving into your burpee. So from an elevated position, I would just simply stand up, squeeze the glutes, reach up to overhead. I'll show you a few reps here, and then I'm going to take it to the floor. If you're stepping up and back, try to alternate which leg steps forward. And then on the next rep, step forward with that opposite leg. Good. Just like we practiced with those deadlifts, engage the back of the body, standing all the way up. Fantastic. And then like we talked a lot on the warm-up, wide hand print. You can add a little jump at the top, reaching high to the sky. Less than 10 seconds, friends. Woo! And 2, 1, 30-second rest. Great job. Grab a drink, and then we'll be back to our squats. If you have that full range of motion on your squat, meaning you can get your hips down below your knees without losing your posture of your chest, I invite you to hold some weights on this next round. So either one in each hand or one underneath the chin. All right, and begin. Breathing in, breathing out. Round 2 of 3. Now that we know the series, we're going to go just a little bit faster between exercises. But as always, it's a recommendation, and you got to do what you know to do for your body. Safety and injury prevention is our #1 goal here. So be smart, be wise, no egos. Woo, good job. Maybe one more time, up and down, and switch up to your dips. Dips are tricep extensions. Shoulders back and down, broad chest. When you get there, you can begin. If you don't feel ready to lower down, you can also get a good benefit here by just practicing that dip support, we call it, where you hold the top position and then sit your hips back when you need to. And then over time, if you feel like you want to, you can progress into this full dip. Nice job. 10 seconds. Eyes forward. Kind of the exception because I'm watching you all and watching the time. Take a pause. Good job. You can stay seated for that seated row, or you can come over into the bent over position. I'm going to show it with the weights this round. Neutral spine, hips back, and when you're ready, here we go. Looking down and in. Stomach drawn in. It's going to challenge that low back as well. Higher the glutes. Excellent. And try to hold that long neck. So keep the shoulders down as you draw the shoulder blades and the elbows back. 2, 1, rest. Getting ready for the mountain climber. You're welcome to stay elevated. I'm going to come on down to the floor for these last 2 rounds. So strong arms. And here we go. Stick with the knee on the same side of the body. On round 3, we'll give the option to go across the body. Good job. Get that exhale timed with that knee drive. Hips nice and level. Good, strong. Good job. 10 seconds, friends, and then we'll go straight into those burpees. 2, 1, when you're ready. Try to take a big step up, engage those glutes, little straight jump to overhead, or simply stand tall and reach to overhead. Woo! Good. Try to smile as you come on up to your feet. Remember that it's an honor to be able to move our bodies, use our bodies in all the ways that we are able. Good job. That's 30 seconds. If you want to rest there, I took you through 45 seconds last time. So if you want that extra challenge again, keep it rolling. Whew. Last one, friends. 2, 1, and 30-second break. Good job. This will be our final round coming up. So the heaviest weight you feel confident with your squats. 15 seconds. So you can either hold one in each hand or right underneath the chin. Set the feet, eyes up and forward. 2, 1. Here we go. Wonderful. Sitting back into the heels, but keep your full foot planted, just like we practiced on the glute bridge. Pushing the big toe down. Strong. Like to stay tall now. Push your chest up as you stand, driving down through your legs. Awesome. 1 or 2 more. Final time if you're up for it. And transition to the dip. Woo! Tall chest. Remember, you're welcome to practice that dip support, pushing at the top. And begin. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping those shoulders depressed, meaning like retracting them down. Just think the opposite of a shrug. Yes. Elbows stay pulled in, no winging them wide. Woo. Last one, and switch. Awesome. Bent over or seated row. I'm gonna go seated on this last round. Sitting or standing tall, you're welcome to go to that bent over position. When you're ready, here we go. You can go rapid fire, or I like to kind of hold the back position, whether you're holding a dumbbell against your chest or squeezing those bands in against your body. Really give a little extra emphasis for those muscles on that mid back. Good. Keep the breathing going. And 2, 1. Last round of mountain climbers and the burpee. So as mentioned, if you want a little variation, your back's feeling strong today, you can start to bring the knees diagonally across the body. Change up how you use the muscles a bit. 30 seconds starts now. Take note of the hands. You still have those fingers spread wide. Can you think about gripping your fingertips down and feel the arches of your hand engage? Just like your feet have arches, you also have arches in the hands. 10 seconds. Good. Nice strong push to those arms. Staying level through the hips. And getting ready for burpees right now. Step or hop up. Engage the glutes. Reach up to overhead. Woo! We're going to go a total of 45 seconds for this last set of burpees. This is all we have before our cool down stretch. Good. Oops. Try to float the feet high or stepping the feet up. There you go. If you've had enough up and down, Amy is finishing up with some jump jacks. You can also do a step jack. Final 10 seconds. Strong. 2, 1, and all done. Woohoo! Great work, friends. Let's grab a short drink. And then you're welcome. If you want to go into down dog, or if you want to break off your hands, I'm going to show the mid back stretch using the chair. So hands on the back of the chair, use a railing, countertop, and then lower that head down. And breathe. We're looking to bring that heart rate down now. So use your breath. Kind of breathe in and out the nose, unless you're speaking. Tuning into your body. Thanking your body for what it's done today. Forgiving yourself if you've been judging your body throughout this session. Fantastic. Those of you that might be in down dog, you can pedal out those heels. Those of you where I am, we're going to stagger the feet. Step the one foot back, lower that heel down, and then push into that surface. Get a nice stretch on the back of the calf. Good. When you're ready, those of you that are standing, switch sides. Step it forward, step it back, lowering that heel to the floor, and then push into your chair. Wonderful. All right. If you have a doorway or a fence post, anything that you can anchor your arm down, we're going to stretch the chest next. See how this works, doorway. All right, so bring the elbow to 90 degrees, anchor the forearm against the door, and then I'm going to step forward with the same side foot, ribs down and in, lean in, and then turning away. Draw the chin in, rotate the head and neck as well, try to look over that shoulder, and then think about drawing the shoulder down and out of the ear on the side that you're not stretching. Good. When you're ready, spin it around. Same thing, other side. End up turning my back to you. Lean into it and rotate away. 5 times, breathing here. Fantastic. All righty, coming off the wall, and then we're going to finish on the floor. All right. So coming on down, we're going to finish with a seated twist. So sitting right up on your sit bones. You can also do a variation from the chair, crossing that foot over. Start by kind of just lengthening through your glutes. So you can start by hugging that leg in. Don't worry about adding that spinal twist just yet. But get some length through here. Sitting tall, tuck that chin in and shoulders down. Good. And then if you're ready to go deeper, add that spinal twist in. I'm going to start to work. So this is my right leg. I'm going to start to work my left elbow onto that thigh. Reach my right arm around. And then now, same thing, the hand that's reaching behind. I'm going to draw the shoulder down as I gently rotate that head and neck. Now let's breathe 3 to 5 times here. In and out the nose as able. On that inhale, think tall through the spine, nice and long. And then hold that length as you exhale. See if your body wants to go just slightly deeper into that twist. Continue to look over that shoulder with your eyes. Maybe one more breath. And unwind. Good job. In between sides, just do a nice little seated toe touch here. So either hands on the thighs, draw your stomach in, and just ever so gently slide down, reaching for the ankles. You can grab the toes, great. If it's painful, it makes you want to grimace to grab the toes. Don't force it. Breathing into the back of the body. Very good. Coming back up, and now we'll balance us out on the other side. So starting with that glute stretch, cross it over, sitting tall, hug it in. Good. And then when you're ready, feel free to take it into that twist Working the elbow or any variation that you know and prefer. Turning that head and neck. 3 to 5 breaths here. Fantastic. All righty. When you finish there, coming out of that seated position. And then before we stop the video, we're going to do our final 3 breaths together. Palms together in front of your heart. Breathing in. Raise up towards the sky, stretching up out of the hips. And breathing out, circling down. Fantastic. Twice more. Nice deep breath in. And release. On this last one, let's breathe in some love and some peace. Think about how those emotions feel in your body. And then release them. Share it all out to the world. Fantastic, friends. All right, those of you here live, feel free if you want to hang out. We'll do a little bit of frequencies, some community time. Otherwise, thanks so much. Stay hydrated. I look forward to moving with you next time.